I'm going to help you with Marvel Contest of Champions. And first, I should put on some clothes. Now that I'm wearing a shirt, you probably aren't as uncomfortable as you get if I wasn't wearing a shirt, but that's beside the point. The point is, I want to help you with Marvel Contest of Champions. Now, Marvel Contest of Champions is a game that has been out for years. It's been upgraded. There's been more storylines added to it. It's a great game. I enjoy playing it. It's a mobile app that I actually enjoy. I play a ton of Xbox games. I've played on almost every platform that there is. I mean, I even played on like the 3DO and stuff. That's kind of getting off subject. Anyways, Marvel Contest of Champions. If you want to win with Marvel Contest of Champions, there's some stuff you need to think about when playing Marvel Contest of Champions. Now, what it is if you realize that a lot of the different characters within Marvel Contest of Champions, which I've said that name several times now, is the fact that they actually have various abilities and synergies, which can make all the difference in the world.
Just what are synergies, you may ask? Well, the best way to find out is to actually look. Synergies are the bonuses that are there in the lower left-hand corner of the screen where it says synergy bonuses. Now, what's interesting, like I said, is if you realize that some synergy bonuses can actually affect the entire team, while others will affect only specific champions.
Feel the power?
Looking at Captain America, the Infinity War version, you'll notice that certain synergy bonuses relate to only certain types of champions, but it will affect every champion within the actual class of that champion. So if I were to get one of the Visions, if I were to get, the Iron Man, then all tech champions within the team would all get the bonuses for the tech champions.
No.
Same with the mutants, the skill, the science, the mystic, and the cosmic. So you have to have one of those champions from each of those in order to get those benefits. Now, what's interesting is with science, now Captain America, if you notice in the upper right hand corner where it has the symbol for science, so Captain America himself is a science champion. So if you actually used a synergy bonus for science using either Captain America, Hulk, or Hulk Ragnarok, which is a difference from regular Hulk.
Smash!
Then Captain America also gets the benefits of Science Experiment. And the Science Experiment, as you can tell, places a passive weakness on the opponent, reducing their attack by 50%, except while being struck by them. So when you actually realize that it doesn't stack with duplicate synergies, so if there's any other champions that had a duplicate synergy, or if you were to use more than one of those science characters, it wouldn't stack that. It just stays the same, which is different from certain other synergies.
It's kind of interesting looking at some of the champions because it's like, sometimes it's just, what? Why are they teamed up? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Ask, the game makers, because, call Kabam.
How is it different? Allow me to explain. If you actually look at certain other synergies from some of the other champions, for example, if we go to Hulk, which would be one of the characters to bring to the team, so to speak. Now, if you notice the synergy with Friends Level 3, where it says all champions gain plus 130 armor rating. So if I put Hawkeye as one of the champions in the team, then what it actually does with the team,
Marvel Contest Champions, so that's why I wear sunglasses, because I'm just that cool. I'm just cool like that.
Is it gives the entire team plus 130 armor rating. Now, what does that actually do with some of those different synergies? Well, let's look at an example looking at my particular team that I am using with some of the various event quests and other quests. So since I have a team put together already, looking at the actual team, now there's tons of champions to choose from. If you look at all the different champions there are to choose from. Why do I choose certain champions over others?
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
Why do I choose certain champions over others? That's a good question. If you look, Venom Pool is at 5,090. Well, it's a really, really good number. Wolverine's at 4,694. So why is it that I would choose some of the actual champions I did? Now what's interesting, like I said, is some of those synergies, even though the number may be lower, will actually make them more powerful than some of the characters with the higher numbers. So, for example, looking at Captain America with the synergy bonuses, you'll notice that I have Hawkeye. So the basic attacks using Hawkeye actually will give a plus 250 critical rating, which is great at different times because of various reasons, which I'll show you in a moment. Now, that only affects Hawkeye though, because Hawkeye is a skill champion. And if you look once again, there's the science experiment with Hulk. That will affect Captain America and Hulk only. The same with the Mystic, but that will affect Doctor Strange, and it will affect Mephisto. Now Mephisto has a similar kind of a deal when you realize that his synergy combines with Doctor Strange. So what it actually allows for is that with Doctor Strange, when he has his lifesteal heals, which is an ability that he has, then it actually helps him get an additional 70% to his lifesteal, while Mephisto gains a plus 70% incinerate energy damage, which can do a ton of damage.
About making a deal with the devil or something like that. I don't know what to say about that. I didn't make a deal with the devil. I just play the game.
Now, what's interesting is what does stack? Well, if you look at Hulk, there's the all champions gain plus 130 armor rating. And the same with Hawkeye. All champions gain plus 130 armor rating. Does that stack? Yes, it does.
It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Do you know that? Watch the numbers. Do you notice how the numbers changed? It actually changed what it actually says there because of the fact that the armor rating no longer applies to all those champions. Putting Hulk back there again changes the number.
All that power. Raw power!
Now, if you look, for example, at Hulk, and you realize that there's other champions that have other benefits to what they have. So, that being said, if we look at one of those other champions, realizing that it actually changes what it actually gives for an ability. For example, if I do that, and then you realize what, it changed the numbers again from Scarlet Witch. Now looking at the numbers, when I place Hulk back and realize the numbers changed again. So it's kind of interesting when you start learning how synergies can actually affect different teams. Now, why is it important that I keep Hulk there instead of some other champion that may have other synergies? Because of the fact that the synergy bonus that it gives with Captain America and the Hulk together actually increases Captain America's abilities.
You want to talk about leadership abilities? Yeah.
and it increases Hulk's abilities, while also giving added armor bonus to the rest of the team.
Yeah, I feel it.
So it's something where putting a team together, it isn't just a matter of looking at the numbers directly sometimes or your favorite champions. Looking at their synergy bonuses can make all the difference in the world. And it is something where when you realize that some of those different synergies, looking at the team there, that some of the champions that are there on the team that I currently made aren't even at their highest level. Hulk is at level 4 out of 5, level 40/40, which means he can actually increase his abilities and level up again. So in leveling up, it will also affect a lot of the different abilities and modifiers. And a lot of that has to do with, for example, signature abilities and their other abilities. Now, I will talk about the signature abilities and other abilities very soon. This isn't one of those times where I'll be talking about those, but just giving a quick look, the green numbers is the numbers that actually change. I will explain that in a different video.
Now, what's interesting is if you realize with some of the different synergies that Marvel Contest of Champions actually has with the various characters and heroes from the Marvel Universe, what's actually cool about it is if you realize that a lot of them actually work with each other, and that some of them affect the entire team, and some of them only affect specific characters. But when you make a team, that it can actually do some just amazing stuff that would otherwise just, I mean, you just have like a normal team, which is what a lot of different ones do. They just put some of their favorite characters together, but they don't actually look at the synergies, and they don't look at the abilities of each of the champions. And that can make a difference. And it's something that I'm going to help you learn about and show you some of my own champions that I have. Every time that you put a certain team together with various synergies, you'll actually notice a change in what is basically the power rankings of each of your champions. And I'll show you some of that stuff. I'll actually have some footage from the actual game. And it's going to be something where, like I said, if you actually play the game and already know about some of that, great. If you don't, it'll be helpful. And even if you do, there may be some synergies you don't even know about yet. And then I'm going to actually talk about some of the different abilities of each of the champions, because there is a difference in the type of abilities. So first of all, synergies. A ton of Marvel movies, and I have Marvel Contest of Champions, but for some reason on my Xbox I don't seem to have any Marvel games. Like, how the fuck did that happen? Playing Marvel Contest of Champions on my phone and DC Online on my Xbox. Wait, whoa, oh wait, no, sorry,